Hello and welcome to my knitting podcast. My name is Jolanda and thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I am recording on a Sunday and today it's the 1st of Advent. So time has gone crazy, doesn't it? So I am very excited today. I have some finished objects to show you. There's also a sponsor for today's video, which is Hooks and Needles, and I will tell you all about it in a minute. I'm wearing finished objects, and that was a test knit. Um, I hope I can do this without any notes. I'm afraid not, but I'm gonna try. So this is the red berry sweater, and it was a test knit. The designer is Setna Young, and the pattern is going live today. So today is the 1st of December. So when you're watching this, the pattern is already up for sale. Um, I had problems with the patterns, so had many, but that's what test knitters are for. She kindly adapted the pattern, rewritten parts of it, and I think it's pretty good now. Every designer has his own style, and that's something we just have to get used to, right? So overall, this is a beautiful, beautiful sweater. Um, I absolutely love it. It is blocked. It is finished. I'll put in some pictures here for you, of course, and a little video clip so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, the pattern is written for a TK weight, but most people took a yarn that is a slightly thinner yarn than DK to meet the gauge from the designer. So that might be something to consider if you're starting it. All right, so I have finished objects, new finished objects, things I have not started yet. It was extremely cold here. We had frost and it felt like -7 wind chill. So my son is always cycling to his job, and I thought this was really the time for him to get something warm around his neck and some hats for myself and all that kind of stuff. So exciting new things. Maybe I would just want to start with the sponsor of today, that is Hooks and Needles. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. I will put in a short clip for you here because they asked me to say something about the box, and of course that's kind of difficult if it is not your native language you're speaking, and I get all excited that I forget something, and so I will do it like this, and then after the little clip I will tell you all about it. A big thank you to today's sponsor, Hooks and Needles. Hooks and Needles offer subscription boxes for crafters. Every box contains all the materials you need to finish at least one out of the 3 patterns provided. The patterns are for all skill levels and are accompanied by step-by-step instructions and also video tutorials. The box contains premium yarns from Europe. This will be the absolute perfect gift for yourself or someone to give to during the holiday seasons. A coupon code will be provided later on in the video. So they were so generous to send me 3 of their boxes, and I feel really honored. It's amazing. I love trying out yarns, and their yarns are of a real good quality. They are all from Europe. So yeah. So what's in the box? I'll put in a picture here because I already started, so you can see what it originally looks like. The thing I was excited about, there was no plastic inside, and that is really, 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 really nice because I just love it when companies take the time to yeah, make it a thing to not use plastic. So even little eyes, I mean little buttons, they put in a little pouch like this. So usually you would definitely get this in a plastic bag. So I really, really appreciate that. Some other thing I really liked when I saw the knitting needle, the cord of the knitting needle, that is yeah, you either like it or you don't, but I really liked it. It's like the stiffer cord that they use for the Chaogu needles, and I really like that. And usually we don't get that. So yeah, I also liked that the needle is not very slippery. It's definitely suitable for beginners. Only a little bit of a downfall, but that's also a preference, a personal preference. Is I think that the cord is a little bit short, but yeah, that is what it is. There was also a lovely scissor inside, and I also like this one because this is a little tin, or I don't know how you call it, but there are needles inside. So they thought of everything, and every box is assembled in a way that you can totally finish one out of the three projects without having to add any of additional accessoires or yeah. So there's also a little booklet inside. You all start at number one, so it is not like, okay, you start at box 6 and so on. Everybody starts at box 1. Box 1 is also targeted the new beginners, so they tell you how to cast on, and at least if you take the simple project, there are projects for 3 different levels. So I took the second level because there was a bag, there was a mug cozy, and there was a cowl. So, well, you can debate on what you like or not, but I thought the mug cozy was so much fun. But then I realized we don't really use those here in the Netherlands. We don't, I mean, it happens, but we don't really have the coffee on the go. I mean, you could go to McDonald's for sure, but it's not really a thing here. But I thought, okay, I will go for it anyway. The original colors were in these two, and I thought I would change it up. I would use it in these two. So I finished the project, and I was looking for a tiny little needle because everything was in there but the tiny little needle, which makes all sense, of course. But I couldn't find one, and I put the eyes on the makosi to make it look like an owl. You all know what it looks like. And I thought it was absolutely adorable. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do with the mug cozy? Am I going to find a glass that it fits around and maybe put my crochet hooks in there? It might be a good thing. But I was fiddling around with them. Look how pretty they are. They have a cable pattern. They are knitted flat and sewn into a circle. And I have two for a reason, because I have small wrists, so I cannot guarantee it will work for you. But I have beautiful wrist warmers. I absolutely adore them. So, as I have very long arms, it regularly happens that I have my sleeves too short. So, this is so nice. The yarn is it's very bouncy. So this is absolutely great yarn for beginners, but also, of course, for any knitter because it is so comfortable to knit with. And yeah, there is still a lot left. And I was thinking I will definitely use this up for something else. I'm not sure what, but there might be something coming in one of the other booklets where I can use this yarn. This is also a beautiful color. I was thinking I have a lot of hand spun, and then do the color work in this, because this is merino, and this is their own brand. So yeah, the yarn included in the box, and it is written everywhere, is not enough for 3 projects, but every project does very well specify how much yarn is needed. So that is very good. There's also a code, a QR code you can scan, and then there are even, with the step-by-step instruction and photographs, there are even video tutorials, which also will help you through your project if you're an absolute beginner. So all in all, there is this is a wonderful gift box, of course, for somebody who's just wants to try it out. The problem is if you start as a new knitter, you don't even know where to start, you don't know what to buy, and this is just prepared you for everything. So I hope you enjoyed this. They gave my viewers, first time users of hooks and needles, a very generous coupon code of 20% discount. So if you're interested, there will be a link below, and I'm not sure if the link already has included the discount code, but please check out before you use the pay button that there is a discount has been applied to your box. Otherwise, you can use the discount code Jolanda20. I will put it on the screen for you here, and you will get a 20% discount. So yeah, I hope you're excited about this just as I am. It was a new company to me, and yeah, it's really nice. So thank you so very much for sponsoring this video, Hooks and Needles. All right, I have more finished objects, and I I saw my son struggling with a long scarf, which is fantastic. But he puts on his gloves first, and then the scarf just won't work. And I thought, something with a more layers would be nice. Something you can pull, you just pull over your head. So I was looking for a pattern of a cow, and I found a free pattern. It is called Flying Solo, and maybe you know it, I don't know. It is a pattern by Espace Tricot. So as the pattern is written, you use fingering weight yarn and you held a double, and then you drop one yarn and you add another one, so you get a marbled effect. But I only had, no, I not only had, I have so much yarn, but I wanted to use up some of my drops Charisma, especially in the brighter colors, which will look great on my son. He's very dark, a dark beard. I'm so super um, pale and colorless compared to him. Well, it's so weird. But he looks good on black. I will look absolutely the worst in black. So I had black, I had green, and I had some gray. I had more picked out, but apparently this was enough for the specified size they recommended to knit it in. So yeah, you just put it over your head. This is staying on your. I can put it on, but it will ruin my hair. But maybe it's nothing, not much to be ruined anyway. All right. So here we go. So this will stay under the jacket, and this will just. I see it is quite long, so this is multiple layers. You can pull it over. This will not work with my bun. You can pull it over your ears. Yeah, I think this will be a very nice addition. He has a worker jacket, which is the fluorescent yellow, so I thought that green would be nice with it. But since I'm already... there's fluff everywhere. I have another finished object. I will add it for you here, because I already look ridiculous. So I wanted to make myself a hat. And this is also a free pattern. I'm looking it up for you. It's the crocus hat, and I have been eyeing that for a while. I thought it was adorable. I had some yarn from a Chinese company which claimed it was cashmere, but it was absolutely not. It went just up in smoke. It just burned like, I don't know. It was gone in nowhere. But, well, I got a refund. It's okay. Now it's not okay, actually, because you you say it's something and it's something else, and I will give a bad review. But I'll put these two together, and I knitted the crocus hat. And the crocus hat is by, I have to use my, by Kate Gagnon Osborne. And it is on a website, let me see, Kelborn Woolens. So their website has this pattern for free. And here it is, again, with my hair in a bun. And not really a hat person, but I also don't like to be cold. So here you go, the crocus hat. It has a lovely texture. It's a very easy stitch pattern. Hope you can see that. It has some crown decreases. You have a lot of hair. It will definitely still fit. And you just fold over the brim so you have double layers over your ears. I think it is such a pretty pattern. And yeah, the fingering weight, the thin fingering weight, and a mohair. I think this would be an easy pattern also for a beginner. But the mohair makes it a little bit more difficult to see which stitches you have to knit together. So then it might be easier to use a DK weight yarn to make it easier, but it is just stitches you pull up, and it's very easy. So yeah, the crocus hat in this lovely salmon pink. Here you go. A very nice pattern. What can I say? I like it. So I have been working on my crochet blanket. I added a lot of white borders to my squares. I'm not taking it here with me to show you. I might take a picture and put it in here, but I'm excited to lay them out and see how far I got. I definitely have not finished all the squares I was planning to finish, but there are, I think I have 4 piles of 14. It will be a small blanket anyway. So I have here 3 more objects, and those are work in progress. So I wanted to finish one more sock tube into a pair of socks. So if you watched that episode, what episode was it? The one before this one, and not about the skinny scarves. So it was a monthly knit and chat. So I have four pairs for each of my sons, and I think that will be it. I'm getting very much the stress signals. It's not nice. It just suddenly hit me. It usually starts around my son's birthday, which is the 29th of November. I don't know. A lot is happening. Yeah, well, it's an emotional thing. It happens. I think many people deal with that emotions around Christmas. So this is the champagne pullover by Sari Nordlund. And yes, I have started the sleeve, which is so pretty. Finished the body, did the sewn Italian bind off, which I really like. And I have totally getting used to. So yeah, sleeves need to be added. I will be very matchy with my hat. I really like this. It's just, I said it before, it will show up a few more times because this is a labor of love, of course. It will take some time to finish this all, especially if you're not a monogamous knitter, then it will take longer. But the sleeve is getting along very nicely. So the lace panel is on top, and on the bottom we have stockinette, and there is where the decreases will happen, which makes it all the more easy. Another one what was still a work in progress, which got a lot of attention because this is very easy to memorize. And I had so little brain space. So yes, this is the waffle sweater by Pernille Nelson, also known as Olive Knits. And I think I'm pretty close for the ribbing actually. This might be a not so crop sweater. I think this will be a very cozy, a little longer, a layering piece. And yeah, I think it turns out really nice. This is yarns from Italy, and I bought a set of cones in their gift box, and I knitted already a sweater, and there was more than half left. So this is my second sweater coming from that box. So that is really nice, isn't it? All right, I think I have everything, and it went by so quickly. Maybe I talk too much, too fast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you don't have that much stress for the holidays. It is an emotional time for many people. I was planning to start a sweater today. I made a beautiful gauge swatch, and this morning I felt really, really bad. And I thought, I really don't want to start anything. I don't have the brain space for it. But I might change my mind. I measured the gauge, and unfortunately, the gauge was off. So, and I cannot even remember which needle size I made the gauge with. It's such a not so smart thing to do. So I don't know. Do I want to push myself, or do I just want to relax and think, okay, well, whatever? Do I really need to do this? Let me know if you have any plans for December, or are you just taking it slow because what are we doing to ourselves, right? So I hope you liked this episode. I hope you want to check out the sponsor, and maybe you have experience with them. I would like to hear what your thoughts about it. Don't forget to put in the coupon code and use the link down below. And I will see you soon, probably next week, with a new episode on Knit and Chat on my knitting channel. Wish you much and much of happiness, knitting pleasure, and until we speak again, bye bye.